This morning, I got an article from Brother Lee in San Francisco. It says single women are shopping for husband material at Home Depot. So, of course, I had to click on the article and see what they're talking about there on the New York Post. Now, before I get into that, let me say one thing. Number one, I've been hearing a lot of talk on the internet about independent women not needing a man, doing bad all by themselves. We've been hearing that for a long time, and that message is still very constitutive. But one thing as a man, I realized that a lot of that falls on deaf ears, and it shouldn't be taken so seriously, because women can say one thing and mean something else, as we all know. Women are wired to want a protector, to want a builder, to want a man to lead her. That's just in a woman's nature. Now, whether she's going to get it is another thing, but that's how they feel. And I think a lot of men should really understand it and not take what they say so seriously. A lot of that is just, I believe, just trying to get some attention for some of them. But as it appears, women are looking for these builder men. Now, from the gate, if we're from the black community, we're going to know that, at least in my dealings when I was in college, white, Asian women and Hispanic women, they do this more earlier on in their life. Black women toward 30s, 40s, in my opinion. But when they're looking for husband material, these women are looking for men who are productive. And you can even see it right now for single women. They're not going to the club looking for a husband. They're not going to church, which is what most sisters do, or to the club. No. Where are they going? Let's play this clip and find out.
So this is for all my single ladies out there. I personally am very happily married, but for all you ladies that are struggling to find the perfect soulmate, I found them. So let me just set the tone. I'm going grocery shopping by myself this morning at 8:30, and it's 10 times easier for me to go potty at Home Depot, where I need nothing, than for me to go at the grocery store with a cart full of crap, right? Much to my surprise, that's when I stumbled upon it. Turns out, if you're looking for love, all you need to do is go to Home Depot at 8:30 in the morning on a Wednesday. They're there. Literally everywhere. I am the only woman in that entire store. So ladies, if you are struggling to find love, grab yourself a cup of coffee, throw on some mascara, and head to Home Depot at 8:30 on a Wednesday. Girl, I got you.
You see, this is something that's interesting, right? Content creator Brianna Nichols said, I'm headed to Home Depot to look confused in the lumber aisle. Now, why are they going to Home Depot? Because a man who goes to Home Depot is either one or two things. He is a man that owns a home, which if you own a home in America as a single man, home ownership is typically higher for men. That means you're stable, right? And if you're not going to for your own house, you must be some sort of contractor. Which and women know that men in the contracting business can demand a certain amount of money. Most women don't go to Home Depot. It's something that guys do who are into real estate investors, rehabbers, but they figured this out. And I can tell you who's going to be there. Look at it. Who do you see in those videos? It's white women. You see? Because this is the difference between a lot of sisters and non-black women. And here's what you're going to find out. Black women want the same stability that the other women do. White women are going to position themselves more often than black women do. Black women tend to be a little bit more nonchalant about it, like saying things like, well, maybe he needs to come towards me and then I'll reciprocate, but I'm not going to go and chase after no man. Whereas when I was in college at a predominantly white institution, you would see white women position themselves all the time. If you were going to be pre-med or if you were going to be somebody doing very well, you didn't have to look very far for women who wanted to partner with you right away. They were gonna meet you where you were at. Very similar to how women do for athletes or groupies, or you call those kind of ladies that are there, stuff like that. But now in the black world, you don't see that. You don't see women positioning themselves to go find where a man is at, unless that man, unless you get like, you know, a group of extremely rich or extravagant rich men, something like that. But the everyday guy who owns 1 or 2 or 3 houses, you're not going to find that there for the most part. And this is why we have so many ladies who don't get a husband, because you don't position yourself to be where they're at. And of course, what you do see are these other groups of women who do it all the time. They're going to be there. They don't even know what the lumber aisle is, but they're going to be there. Maybe not even approach anybody, but just get talked to. And I noticed this is what people do. I have heard the story of a Chinese person who had a beautiful daughter. The daughter had to go someplace. The family wanted her to get married to somebody that was rich. So the family, if she had to ever go back to college, she was studying in another country, they would always fly her first class. She was in college. Why? Because she wanted her daughter to meet somebody rich. What's the best way to meet somebody rich? In first class. In business class. Like, it only makes sense, right? If you want to meet somebody who's typically doing very well, you got to be where they're at. And a lot of ladies, and you see it in America, let feminism teach you all you want, right? Let feminism say what it may say. At the end of the day, the builders rule. Providers rule. Guys taking care of their business rule. Women are looking to submit to guys who got their stuff together. Point blank, period. I don't care what they say. And the ones who don't want to do it won't be there. Guess what? As a man, do what you're supposed to do. Women are going to show up. Might not always be the black ones, though. And they could be the black ones, for sure. But and it's a lot of black women that will show up. But a lot of times we're worried about the ones who don't want to show up. If they don't want to show up, forget them. Okay? You heard what they're doing. Women are going and listen, women are tired of being on Tinder, meeting bums, meeting unsuccessful men who can't take care of any business, men who are lames. These women are going to come and meet you where you're at. And that's the beauty of being a man. I've noticed so many guys. This is the true story. So many guys get money. Here you guys go to the strip club. You know, you're on IG thirsting for these chicks. Why? I mean, you are you, right? Like, you work so hard to be you. Why then are you having these ladies do this kind of, like, why? What's the point? They're supposed to come find where you're at. You're a guy at Home Depot. You know, you go to the Rolex store. You live in a nice neighborhood. You go to the cigar lounge. You go to the nice things in life. They're supposed to come over there. If they can't come over there, that's okay. You shouldn't be having to chase them because you're special. Not saying that they're special, but you had to earn it. You had to earn it. And you should be rewarded for your earning. Not saying a woman needs to come up and talk to you and all this stuff, but hey, listen. You did what you're supposed to do. Let them come and seek you. Or be in the same vicinity. Because a lot of guys are always getting burnt by basically going someplace that you shouldn't be at, suffering behind that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.